Hi, welcome to the Wargamerist. I'm Grant.
I'm James.
And today we're here for our UKTC standard battle report. I'm going to be bringing the Drukhari. You have got
My Aeldari.
Brand new Codex. We're very excited. What detachment are you running today?
I'm running the Aspect host.
Yeah, I'm excited for this because this is an army that I'm probably going to start collecting as well, so I'm going to see how it goes. So we're doing elf versus elf. We'll see how that turns out. The mission we're playing is supply drop and on Crucible of Battle, and the mission rule is raise banners. So as usual, we'll go into kind of deployment, we'll go through kind of army lists, the detachment rules, and yeah.
Today I'm playing the Aeldari. They've got a lovely new rule with Lost Strands of Fate, which was their old rule, which was basically dice that we roll and get to swap them out. We've now gained a bunch of extra abilities, giving us extra movement possibilities. I get 4 tokens and I can apply them to a unit whenever it moves. The detachment today is the Aspect host. This detachment gives all my Aspect warriors the ability to reroll ones to hit or reroll ones to wound.
Yeah, so today I'll be running the Real Space Raiders. I really like the Sky Splinter, but I've gone back to Real Space over a little while, just because it gives me more pain tokens to start with. So I'm against another army that's got another set of tokens, so we'll have a token off and see who wins. So we're all deployed. I'll just run through the army lists and then we'll do a roll off to see who gets first turn and where the objectives disappear for supply drops. So start with the front here. I've got a unit of 2 Talos, all with their Haywires and Liquefire Guns, another unit of Talos here, and another unit of Talos just here. They're deployed so I can try and get onto any objective depending. Lilith is in a boat with 5 Witches here. The other 5 are in Strategic Reserve. 5 Cabalites with all the heavy weapons are in this Venom just here. Again, the other 5 Cabalites all in Strategic Reserves. A Kronos, of course. And then around the back here we have a Venom with my Warlord Archon. Dropping dice. We have Urmathkar with 5 racks. We have Unit Scourge and a Ravager. I have another Ravager, I bought 3 Ravengers today, maybe my dice rolls might actually work. And then a unit of Scourge here as well, and some Mandrakes. So that's it, it is 1995. Over to the good elves, the good Aeldari, as it's were. I don't know, do you count yourselves as good elves? What do you count as?
Fickle.
Fickle. Yeah. So walk us through, where do you want to go? Left to right?
Just go left to right.
Okay.
So we've got a unit of Shining Spears waiting out on the flank here, along with a small unit of Dire Avengers.
Yeah.
To lend a little bit of anti-infantry power.
These cheeky boys, they're a bit far forward.
And then moving towards the centre in the building here, we've got Maugan Ra along with a squad of Dark Reapers. Next to them, some more Shining Spears.
Yep.
And standing in front of them, we have the Warlock Conclave and Farseer, along with my Avatar of Khaine.
Yeah,
He's a big boy. In front of them, we have a unit of 10 Dire Avengers along with Asurmen. And then behind them, although most of them are hiding,
most of them are just in the
we
building.
have a Jain Zar and a unit of 10 Banshees. And then I have a unit of Rangers sitting on the objective and another unit of Rangers just blocking off a wall here.
Yeah.
And then finally, we have my Shroud Runners.
Up on the flank.
And then right at the very front at the moment, at least until scout moves are made, we have a unit of Scorpions on the left-hand side and a unit of Scorpions on the right-hand side.
That's ridiculous. If he gets first turn, he's going to scout and just wrap me up.
And last of all,
oh yeah, put that down.
at the moment in reserve, we have a Crimson Hunter.
Lovely. Nice to see a flyer. Okay, cool. Rolls first and second turn as the guest. Oh, of course, these Eldar dice. Oh. Go on then.
He's done it.
Oh,
I got 3 that time.
Oh, I don't know if I wanted first. Right, now do your scout move, sir. We'll come back. So scouting, James done a bit of scouting. He's moved wisely these guys back, and these gents just back to the other side, and then the Shroud Runners have hidden behind building a little bit. So let's roll. You can do it. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one do you roll for
No,
first?
You roll the one that leaves on turn 4, then the one that leaves on turn 5.
Okay,
so you
so
just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll use one that's a bit clearer for you to.
That's fine. So what do we say? 1. So this one leaves.
That one leaves turn 4.
Turn 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do you want to roll this one? Or?
You roll that one again, yeah? Okay.
Oh, you can roll.
No.
1, 2.
So this one remains. This one remains at the end of the battle.
Yeah.
Well, that's an advantage for you.
It is a little bit.
Let's see how we get on. Drukhari, first turn. So under Drukhari, turn 1, I drew Mark for Death and Cleanse. I spent my only CP to redraw Mark for Death for recover assets. So I didn't want to be too aggressive, but I moved Ravengers and Scourge out to draw a line of sight onto the Avatar. Moved these out as well. I shot the Avatar. He used a Battle Focus token, new thing. And what's it called? Agile Maneuvers or something?
Agile Maneuvers is what they're called, and the one I used.
Shot him and obviously did no damage, and he ran away for 2 inches basically. Moved everything up, all the Venoms, just shifted up some Talos. Ravage came round for later, Kronos advanced round, Scourge came over, shot a lot of the bikes at the end, didn't quite kill them, which was annoying. I'm going to cleanse with the Talos here. Lilith ran over, charged these Scorpions, who fought on death, which I completely forgot about, and killed through the Witches in turn, but the Scorpions were dead, and they're now back in that boat. Yeah, so I'm recovering assets here. I'm recovering assets with the Rex at the back. Let's draw some cards.
So
we have
Call the Hordes, that's going to go bye-bye.
Yeah, lovely.
Assassinate.
Nice.
And Defend Stronghold, which also goes bye-bye. Yeah. Secure No Man's.
Easy peasy. I'll reshuffle. Right, James, Eldar, end of round 1. Talk us through what happened.
Yeah, well, I drew Secure No Man's Land and Assassinate. Assassinate has just been binned off to become a CP.
Yeah.
Had a little crack at the Talos.
This came over here because this is the last one. So
yeah.
I'm going to struggle to take this off you now.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Moved over there. Also edged up a few things to prepare it. I've moved up in the middle.
Yeah, look at this.
This is just basically say, come have a go if you think you're hard enough to Lilith.
Yeah, I just can't get into it. I can't get into it because you'll just heroically intervene and so many benches. Yeah, it's not good. And then these, what happened with these guys?
And then the Reapers stepped out, mostly so they could try and have a crack at the Talos. They took 1 down to very few wounds, but -1 to wound strat was very good.
And you popped your shrine.
And I also used my shrine to pop a stratagem which is called Preternatural Precision, which when I pop the shrine I can select 2 out of sustained hits, lethal hits and no cover. Being the fact that I'd manoeuvred so he didn't get cover,
you got all 3.
I got all 3. I also killed off a bunch of Scourge using the Tempest launcher.
A couple of Scourge in the back here. He was tempted to take off the racks to stop me doing recover, but you'd have to kill the whole unit, including Urin, so that wasn't going to happen. Because even if he comes back on his 2 up, he would then still be alive. Okay, good turn. Staging. Oh, and you're on here. Move these forward for secure.
Secure. Yeah.
Let's see what Drukhari gets for turn 2. I draw Containment and Cull the Horde. Cull the Horde I can't do. And Establish Locus I can do. Actions. Great. Drukhari, end of turn 2. A little bit lackluster, unfortunately. I've given him some bait, run the Cabalites over here, got out onto that to try and do something. Moved these guys up here because I drew Containment and Established Locust. I did try to put my witches in the back corner, and then we realised it was turn 2, so I couldn't do that. The established locals have been done by this boat. These gents shot a lot at the Dark Reapers here, killed quite a few, and then they used, what CP? They used a battle focus token and ran away. These Japs come up, didn't do a lot, tried to shoot the Warlocks, and tried to shoot the Warlocks with the Revenger. These Warlocks are indestructible, despite having been shot at with lots and lots of Dark Lances. Moved up Iram-Rathkard, healed a couple of wounds here as well. Brought some Kabalites on for later, and the containment was done by these 5 who just haven't moved for this edge, 5 Mandrakes, and then for this boat who shifted over slightly for this battle edge. I moved everything round a little bit. The Scourge came over, shot at, actually shot at the, what are they called? Shining Spears.
Shining Spears, yeah.
Pretty much whiffed. Ravenger shot with a reroll, 6 dice, didn't get a single 4 because of its stealth. The Shroud One is still alive. These managed to kill 2 Banshees, so yeah, that brick of everything in the middle is still alive, but I've given him some bait. Come and kill some Kabalites. End of Aeldari turn 2. That was a bit mean, a lot of stuff happened. It's good that you've got basically stratagems that you don't need to spend CP on.
Yeah, they can be very, very effective depending on how you use them.
And I'm whinging and I have my own tokens.
Yeah.
I wish I got pain tokens when I die now.
Eldar really are turning into a very... They've always been relatively fast, but I think...
This can be my 4th army,
The way that they...
Look at this guy, he's already over here.
The way they work now is hyper speed.
Yeah, and yeah, with the punch.
So manoeuvrability. But they are glass cannons.
Well, yes, if I can catch you. So, talk us through it.
So,
what did this...
we've had a fun turn. My Dire Avengers stepped out and tried to kill a Talos because I had Bring It Down.
Yep.
I managed to remove 1 and leave 1 very, very dead.
Of course, I couldn't overwatch anything that came out because you spent a battle token on
battle
doing
focus tokens allow us to avoid Overwatch, so I avoided Overwatch on the Dire Avengers. Banshees are kind of staying still at the moment because they're
I would have overwatched them. Yeah.
I'm letting them act as a kind of deterrent for Lefia and his combat units because he knows that I'm trying to make sure I keep 2 CP to correctly interrupt if Archons and things come in.
So, in terms of points though, you move these forward to contain with the battlefield edge?
They've moved into contain. I moved the Shining Spears forward to both do contain and to just add a bit more OC onto the objective that will be disappearing last. My aircraft walked on and killed the Archon's transport, which gave me 2 Bring It Down points. The Avatar charged into 2 of the Taloses that were hanging around there.
I think you shot one with something.
Yeah, I killed one from shooting, I think.
And then he sliced it to death.
The Avatar finished it off, actually, with its gun.
It did.
And then I used the Avatar to basically walk onto...
Your Battle Focus token, another one, because you got an 11-inch charge, came around the side, and then another Battle Focus token.
Which allowed me to consolidate 6 rather than 3, which is
really
fantastic sometimes, especially when you're battle focusing into something that my opponent doesn't want to be battle focusing into.
Can't do anything about that.
So there's also a couple of other things that we'll get to that may turn up in his go. Over here, didn't do much against them because he -1 to wound them. But then I charged Lilith's transport because I avoid vertical distances when charging.
Yeah, that's the Shining Spears rule.
Shining Spears are now very, very good at that.
I can see why they're good. And their aspects, so you still get the
aspects, I get the reroll ones.
Yeah.
They're very fragile though, so they're probably about to die horrendously.
Hopefully. But one of my Talos did explode, giving myself lots of little wounds here as well, which was quite upsetting. Lilith's out though. She's very weakened. So we've got a couple of witches left. So yeah, a very good turn and a high scoring turn. 6 on Bring It Down, 6 on Containment.
Yeah, and then
I think
5 on the Mission Primary.
5 on the Mission Primary. So Drukhari turn 3. And Drukhari, I draw an overwhelming force and secure no man's land. Right, I'm going to have to overwhelm your force. That's Shining Spears are going to die.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Gosh, wow, that was wild. Drukhari turn, what are we, turn 3. So only 5 points on the primary for over there. But I just had to deal with this.
Yeah.
This giant monster. So everything, all the free Ravengers, I just lined up everything that I could. What was it that you wisely and very nicely told me about?
The fact that when you fall back, you can use agile tokens to gain movement.
That's crazy.
Which is
so you can
very
move in
strong.
what, 6 or 7 inches after I fall back?
Possibly, yeah, between 2 and 6 inches in the.
Because he had consolidated into my racks, I moved this Ravenger here to park him, because if that worked, he would have then gone the other side of this ruin, and I wouldn't have been able to shoot him with all this stuff. So I basically moved everything up to line on him, and then fell back in a way that he couldn't get out of that prison with the Avatar. These Scourge came up to here, shot. This came around, shot. Basically managed to kill him off, and then took him down to 3 wounds, which some humble Cabalites that shouldn't be on the objective threw a grenade and took those last 3 wounds off him. Good job. And then there was a Crimson Hunter in the back corner, so the 2 Ravengers that could still see, and these 2 that were over here could reach, and managed to pop that thing out as well. Last bit that did happen, I shot a Maugan Ra. I keep trying to call him Morgan Val. Morgan Val. And then he used a battle token to move him, which means he couldn't have done it with the Shining Spears. So I shot everything into Shining Spears, killed 1, and then the Talos killed the Exarch afterwards. So I will be raising a banner there, because Lilith and her witch is on there.
She charged.
It doesn't matter, it's not an action, isn't it? So, good turn in terms of
good.
killing, and Overwhelming Force got 1, and Secure No Man's got 1 as well for that, so that's happy.
Yeah, because you get the mini secure, don't you?
No, I'm on this one here as well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, the nose is on there, had to be on there. I know you might draw Overwhelming Force, but it's important. So, let's see. So end of Eldar turn 3. Talk us through the highs, the lows.
Well,
what happened?
Managed to do a couple of nice things. My Tempest launcher took out.
Lethia
Hespitter's.
What did you draw? Your secondaries
unit, because I've had Overwhelming Force and Established Locus as my secondaries. So I've nicely managed to
do both, basically.
To do both, really, because I've mini established, and I maxed out Overwhelming Force, because I also killed the Ravager that was sitting on the middle objective.
Yeah, this one here.
Unfortunately, that Ravager decided to explode and wrecked my Striking Scorpion unit and my Shining Spear unit, which basically reduced their effectiveness when they charged in. Yeah. I pretty much removed most of the models in the Incubi and
the rack
unit. And my Exarch just hanging out at the back there on a single wound.
Bless him.
Left. Been annoying. So he'll have to be taken care of, I imagine, for a pain token.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the moment, I'm just trying to hold on to this final objective for the last turn to get that big bonus of 15 points.
And you go second, so it's very good. But Morgan came over, killed a lot of stuff, and basically just this tank here exploded for 1 Overwhelming Force because its nose was there, and very wisely that killed poor Lilith's unit. So did really well
I managed to score.
Yeah, you did manage to score.
Which is something which you can't always do.
It's very close though. 43,
but we are very close.
43, 44 at the moment. So this one will be disappearing now, and we're going to Drukhari round 4. Drukhari, end of turn 4. A lot of little things happened. I didn't have to fall back from here. I wasn't in combat. Basically, I just shifted everything forward to try and shoot as much as I could. There's still this big blob here, which is quite horrible. Moved these 2 Talos over. Decimated a lot of them. I think you've only got a couple left now.
I've got 4 left.
4 left. Asurmen, yeah. Lilith advanced over here and got into the boat that was in here, which then ran away because I'm conscious that you're just going to kill her. She's a bit trapped over that side otherwise. Mandrakes, Heroes of the Hour, came down.
Yeah, they
9 inches away, Bale flamed off the Dire Avengers?
Nope, they didn't Bale Flame off anything. They Bale Flamed off the remaining.
Oh, the remaining chap.
Reaper.
And then you moved him in after shooting them, and then they charged in. I gave it a reroll, but I got a 9 anyway. And then weirdly, Maugan Ra, I gave you -1 to wound. You got -1 and a -1 to hit, 4 1s and a 6, and re-rolled those 4 1s because of aspect, into
and
4/2s.
which was ridiculous.
Oh, God. So weirdly, I didn't think I was going to storm hostile. I have weirdly stormed hostile here.
Yep.
And denied primary, so that is big. But yeah, this guy, I didn't want to move out because of the Overwatch potential. So just sort of trying to stay alive as much as possible. I can't quite get enough on this to get the 15 in my primary for next turn, but it is what it is. So Aeldari turn 4. Turn 4. Lots of stuff happened. Talk us through it, James.
Yep. So I drew Area Denial and Extend battle lines.
Yep.
So I went over with the Banshees to remove the Mandrakes from this world.
Yeah. I mean, when he got the charge in, I was like, I'm just going to pick them up. Yeah.
Then I tried to kill off the Taloses to maximise
Area Denial, because they were within 6.
But unfortunately one lived, mostly due to -1 to wound, which is such a good strat for you.
But yeah, you also, because you're outside, you did the can't be modified with Asurmen in the shooting phase.
Yeah.
And then as you charged in, because you were within range of, you grenaded them as well, you were in range of my Archon, that cost you an extra CP to do it, you didn't have any left.
Grenade probably wasn't worth it at
the
end of the day.
Kept it alive. I don't know. But yeah, again, with the Feel No Pains kicking in, it's really, really good. So just kept you down there. So I think it's very close at the moment. I'm not going to get any primary. And you're going to get this. I can't stop you with this. So I think it's an Eldar win.
We'll see.
But let's see.
Depends on secondaries, I think.
Yes, it will do. Will do. Drukhari, turn 5. Let's draw some cards. See what happens. Defend Stronghold and Sabotage. There's a Talus that can do some sabotage. Defend. That's only going to get me 3 and 6. So I might use one of my CPs to.
You got 2 CP.
Yeah, I'm going to redraw Defend then. In 2, engage on all fronts.
Which
is only going to get me 2, so that's even worse. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Drukhari, turn 5. I moved up to try and kill these units in the middle. I think there were some Warlocks and Farseer. Shot them with Dark Lancers, shot them with everything else. Killed this little guy, even though he was stealth. These two finally did something useful. I've forgotten about these witches back here.
I don't think they make any difference at this point.
I could have moved them to here and maybe got a charge.
No, you need something in the back quarter for engage.
There's those there.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah, it's too late now. We've forgotten about it. And then moved all these vehicles around to shoot. Shot a lot of these in. Basically charged Lilith in. Tried to charge some Kabalites in. Charged 2 tanks in. Tank shocked. Charged Urim-Rathkar and 5 racks in. Obviously, Jain Zar fought first. Poor Lilith didn't survive. Did not survive. And Urin died as well to Maugan Ra. And then he just got back up again on the other side of the wall. So yeah, it's tough. I think there's 8 or 7 OC on there now versus your 3, so you've got to kill a tank to get this 15 points now. So I'm trying to make it as hard as possible. Let's see what happens. End of Aeldari turn 5, end of game. James, talk us through what happened. What did you do? What did you move?
So, unfortunately, neither of my secondaries were doable.
What do you have?
Because I had recover assets and behind enemy lines.
But you had to keep them because you had 3 units.
I had to keep them because I had 3 units. I had to make sure I had to use my CP to stop Jain Zar from being battle shocked.
Just in case?
Just in case, because there was a small window where I could have killed both of the Ravagers with the number of attacks.
Because it's 3 each OC and 1 for the Venom, who doesn't look like it but is on the objective with his blade or her blade.
At the end of the day,
they moved over, shot. She shot into combat. What was the thing you were trying to do with Maugan
Ra? Basically, one of his abilities, after he's fired, if anything lives, it has to take a battle shock at -1.
Which would
So I tried to battle shock one of them out.
Yeah.
And then I was intending then to throw all my attacks into the other one using my shrine tokens to guarantee at least 2 wounds from my executioner.
would have been powerful because it would have taken
which could have
OC
given
off
me,
of this one and killed that one entirely. But
I would have taken the OC off of that one. Then
you would have put everything in there. But then the hits whiffed off that one as well. So they're both alive and both unbattle shocked, which basically means it's 3 to.
It just slightly out OCs me, which means I can't score primary on the last turn. And if I had that primary on the last turn, I would have won. But
oh yeah, massively would have won. Well, I think it would have been close, and then it was the secondaries as well. And you looked at your last secondary.
I was on 51, so I was only 10 points behind.
In it. Yeah,
so if I'd got the primary, I'd won.
Yeah.
Or if I got 2 doable secondaries worth 10, it would have been a draw. But
but look,
that was highly unlikely. It was a wonderful game.
That was so close. So close. And the Avatar was over here. I was like, nah, this is over. No. And I whiffed loads of shooting early on. But the Ravengers have killed an Avatar and they've basically won the game.
Yeah, very high. They've really high rolled for you today. So.
Yeah, and stayed alive. More durable. Yeah. So what was it, 65-51?
65-51.
The Darkin. I will take that.
It's very close. It literally was.
Oh yeah, it came down to that.
It's very luck dependent.
Oh, what happened to Lilith as well? We've forgotten to mention her.
That happened in the previous turn.
No,
you did mention it.
Oh, I mentioned it, don't I? Yeah.
You did mention it. Yeah. Lilith
it's emotional, okay, for me.
Lilith met Jain Zar and Jain Zar won.
She just slapped her back. Yeah, got all the re-rolls, failed all my saves. Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
He was almost hit Mr. Hero killing.
Oh, the Exarch. Yeah, he did very well. So we'll put it all together. Like and subscribe, usual stuff.